Well, it looks like Mr. Beast is at it again. The big time YouTube creator getting angry at some of these thumbnails that are being made about him. You can see this random YouTuber, Mr. Beast's disease is worse than you think. And then it's got an edited tweet saying, I will be dead in 3 years. Mr. Beast screenshotting that and saying, thank God for this YouTube video, or I wouldn't have known I'm dying in 3 years. And that's all nice and that's fine, and it would have been okay if he would have left it at that. But then he makes it a threat and says, can we end the trend of photoshopping fake tweets of mine as thumbnails? Thanks. Yeah, that would be all well and good if you didn't go to Mr. Beast's own YouTube channel and look at his own thumbnails. Basically, every single one of them looks like he's about to bust a load. So yeah, Mr. Beast should not be throwing stones from glass houses. You guys remember when Mr. Beast had everyone, including Joe Rogan, convinced that all of the money, all of the AdSense that he makes, it all goes back into his videos. He makes $150,000 every day off AdSense, but it's a miracle he reinvests all of it. Every YouTuber on the planet knows when he says that he's full of shit. And then how about him bragging that his team spent, what was it, like 1,600 hours editing a 6-minute video, and there's 50,000 jump cuts, and all of his videos are made for 6-year-olds. It's funny because it's like, oh my God, he's got 120 million views. It's not that impressive when you realize 95% of it is under the age of 13. They have to use their mom's credit card to buy Fortnite skins. Sometimes I regret going on podcasts and sharing everything I know about YouTube. I thought people would use knowledge to innovate and inspire, but tons just copy exactly what I do and don't change anything. Kind of sad how many Beast clones there are, folks. This dude is completely developing a god complex, and it's sad. Mr. Beast has to realize, yes, if you're getting 100 million views on YouTube, people are going to straight up copy exactly what you do. It shouldn't matter to Mr. Beast. He's already got so much money. He's already, no matter what he does, every video is going to get millions of views. The idea that he cares about people copying him is a little silly. So that seems like a god complex to me, like, oh, you can't copy me. That's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, listen, you want, if the dream as a YouTuber is getting big enough to where people copy you, they're never gonna do it as good as you. I think the one big thing with YouTubers on the come up, the worry is if you have an idea and someone takes your idea and makes it better. That's the only concern. Mr. Beast is already so big that it really shouldn't matter, but that was kind of a weird tweet he sent out. But guys, the big thing today is the Joe Rogan stuff. So Joe Rogan possibly planning a 2028 presidential run as an independent, comes out in a massive Twitter challenge to a doctor to debate RFK after the whole, Joe Rogan drops his podcast 1999 with RFK Jr., who's trying to beat Biden. Of course, RFK Jr. has no chance against Biden. That binds the incumbent, everything like that. But, RFK Jr. goes on, really exposes some key things. The main problem with Big Pharma, and what I want to do is I want to show this graph right here. Views on the trustworthiness of pharmaceutical companies now divide the parties, and it really doesn't even divide the parties. Look at the independents. 35% trust Big Pharma. And the reason this is happening is because we're getting exposed to more information. See, if we would have had the pandemic in 2006 or 2007, we would probably have a lot more positive view of Pfizer and Moderna and things like that. But now that we know, number one, Big Pharma, their number one goal is for profit, right? They want to make money. That is the number one goal. Number two, they want to help you. But they want to help you so they can continue to sell their product to make more money, right? So their number one goal is to make money. People realize that, and they understand that some of these doctors, like this vaccine doctor, Peter Hotez, who was on Rogan, probably, back in 2020, the whole thing with him saying that he wasn't healthy or anything like that, I do think doctors, I mean, doctors don't need to be marathon runners or anything like that, but I do think if you are a doctor and you're giving people health advice, you should at least try and be healthy. So that was like a really weird clip with him and Rogan, where Rogan was like, I mean, come on, you do this for a living, you'd think you'd try and be healthy and, practice what you preach. But yeah, when it comes to this, I think the reason this dude, the pot was up to 1.5 million the last time I saw it. Rogan initially offered him 100,000, and it's really strange because Rogan normally never goes on Twitter, but he goes on there. I think he's just pissed off at these people. He offers him 100K, which is nothing. I mean, Rogan's making like 50 million a year, but still, really, this dude should be going on for free to debate this. It's very important. And then you've got other people chiming in, offering. It was up to 1.5 million total. The dude won't debate him. And you might be wondering, why won't he debate RFK Jr., especially if he thinks RFK Jr. is a complete anti-vax loon and he could beat him easily in a debate. I think this dude has said so much bullshit over the last 2 years or 3 years that if there actually was a debate scheduled, apparently this guy has taken money from Bill Gates to push the vax. I mean, it is really bad. I think he knows he would just get crushed, and it's just not worth it. Now, maybe it gets to the point where he's kind of bullied into going on, because Rogan was like, I want to donate to charity, and it's like, well, if you don't go on, that's $2 million not going to charity or however much it is. So I could see him getting bullied to go on. The issue that I have with a lot of this stuff is it's almost like a God complex with some of these people and with the people that defend him. It's like, oh, he's a scientist, he's a vaccine expert, you can't question him. Reminds me of Fauci coming out and saying, I am science, It's just like, what do you have? You want to talk about a God complex? That's a God complex right there. You can't question him because of his credentials. But what about the fact that he's taken money from places which is going to influence his view? Oh, if Bill Gates gives me money, I'm going to push one of his products like the vaccine. Seems like that's exactly what happened. So I think this guy knows he's going to get crushed if he goes on. And it looks like the trust, the public trust of these pharmaceutical companies is going lower and lower. And again, I think with the rise of social media, with people being more aware, it's very obvious their number one goal is to make money. They put out the vaccine ASAP because they wanted to make money. One of the funniest things people would tell me is the vaccine is free. Well, of course it's not free. Your taxes are paying for it. And then you take a look at Moderna. What did the CEO make last year? Was it 400 million? Maybe I got that wrong, but it was a lot of money that what they baked in back in like 2022 and 2021. And then just to address this talking point to where there's people that are saying you shouldn't debate other people that are wrong. So I'm going to read this. This just makes no sense to me. Take a look at the second sentence. And I just want this just does not make any sense. While they may claim that RFK Jr. isn't worth debating because he is wrong, they've used that excuse too many times to cover for too many errors to now be granted the benefit of the doubt. What I don't understand, if you know RFK Jr. is wrong, isn't that the reason you debate him? If he is wrong, that's why you debate him, because you could beat him in a debate and disprove his points. If you agree with someone, you're not going to debate them because you agree with them. If you think someone is wrong, that is why you would debate them. What is the narrative if you disagree with RFK? He's not worth debating because he's wrong. That's why you should debate him if he's wrong, so prove him wrong. What is going on with this country to where we're so anti-debate now? If he's wrong, good, prove him wrong. I'm done with this. These people saying don't debate him. Why not? If he is wrong, if you think he's wrong, go prove it. The people you shouldn't be debating are the people you agree with. If you disagree with them, go debate him. I mean, what's going on with this dude? People are making fun. If you guys don't know, this is Dream. This dude streams Minecraft, and I think he's doing this for notoriety, but I'm not 100% sure. So, he was a Minecraft streamer. He didn't want to show his face. And then I guess he did a facial reveal. Kind of seems like an obvious choice considering the views it would get. It got a bunch of views. And the story is that he got cyberbullied so bad for how ugly he was. He had to put the thing back on. He's really not that ugly. I don't know if this is real or not. I'm not sure if he actually was like, if people were seriously trolling him to the point where he put it back on, or is this just another, you know, whatever. I'm guessing he's just trying to get in the news, but it is kind of just a strange situation. But guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I'm, of course, The Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.